Welcome back, Movie Misfits, and welcome back to another Throwback Thursday, which only means another episode of Junk Drawer Flix. On this episode of Junk Drawer Flix, I already know what we're going to be watching, so there's no need to go inside the junk drawer for this one. Today we'll be discussing the 1985 classic, Once Bitten, which stars Lauren Hutton, Jim Carrey, Clavon Little, and Karen Copkins. The film opens up with our ghoul Sebastian tending to his ghoulish duties, and it looks like he's making our head vampire Michelada.
Sleepyhead, it's sunset.
Good evening, Sebastian.
Good evening, Countess. Good evening.
Countess is a big connoisseur of the morning michelada, and she's double checking to make sure the beer that is used in this morning michelada has quality, and also if it doesn't have too much Worcestershire sauce.
How many days left till Halloween, Sebastian?
A little more than a week, Countess. I told you not to worry.
Not to worry.
This is where we're introduced to Countess's problem. In order to maintain her hotness, she has to have 3 transfusions of a young virgin man's blood right before Halloween. I mean, I'll be pretty honest, she's had a whole year. If she only needed 3, why wait till the last minute?
Sexted a million times.
Halfway through it a million times. It's what people do when they're in love. It's natural. It's right.
Well, it's not natural or right for me to do it in a car.
We're now introduced to Mark, played by actor Jim Carrey, and we could basically refer to him as Jim Horny in this movie because that's his whole hubbub in this movie, is basically trying to score. However, his girlfriend does not want to submit to peer pressure, and also she just feels like she's not ready. And to be fair, I can't blame the girl. She's in a 2-seater ice cream truck in a parking lot where it looks like it's at a construction site, and the parking lot's full of other perverts getting it on. And also, you know it's a bad omen when Joey from Friday the 13th Part 5 shows up for a snack. We're now introduced to some more amazing supporting characters in this film. I will say, if Jim Carrey was not in this film, this movie still might be pretty cool. Now, these best buddies come up with an idea to help Mark with his problem. So these 3 amigos decided to come up with an idea to drive down to Hollywood to pick up on strange older women. That way Mark can score and just get a load off his mind.
Yeah, no. That's where all the weirdos are.
Exactly, because that's where all the...
We now get to see a Hollywood montage of what Hollywood actually looked like in the 1980s. After seeing this movie as a kid, I always wanted to drive down to Hollywood and see a girl walking a lion. But hey, I guess I'll settle for pee and hobos. The 3 friends drive through Hollywood and find the most amazing bar ever. Each seat at the bar is equipped with a phone and a number, and that way you can actually call and reach out to the table next to you to actually pick up on somebody. This bar actually seems pretty cool even now with today's standards. As luck would have it, Countess finds Mark, and the 80s vampire shenanigans can now begin.
Do you come here a lot? Whenever I'm in the crowd.
Countess gets her first dose of Mark's blood, and basically she needs 2 more before Halloween to make the ritual complete.
I was wondering.
Throughout the movie, she gets up to dose 2, and throughout this time, Mark is becoming more vampire-like. And this can't be an 80s movie without an 80s dance-off. And you definitely know a bunch of guys wrote this movie because 2 gorgeous women are actually fighting over Mark on the dance floor. I have seen this movie maybe 1,000 times, I would say, throughout my years. And I had never noticed this until recently when I was... One of the background extras, I don't know if they were high on ecstasy or they were coming down on something, but they're in the background, and now that I've seen them, I can't unsee it. Background during the dancing scene, you can see this guy, he almost looks like he's in a Tarzan costume, and he's basically just in a loincloth, but he's basically in the background, not enthusiastic at all, but I can't take my eyes off him now, because he's basically dancing like this. Almost like he's coming off something. So, Once Bitten is streaming right now on Amazon Prime. Once Bitten has some great 80s charm, has a relatively simple concept. This movie is actually pretty fun to watch. And also, the supporting cast in this movie is actually very good as well. I will say, if you were born after the year 2000, everything in this movie will offend you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. I would make this video a little longer, but I'm actually running out of memory on my device. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and I'll see you at the movies.
Wondering. Are you a prostitute?
I'm whatever you want me to be.
Good, because I only have $5.
Get more out of life. Go out to a movie.